All in all, this car is in pretty good condition. It is not perfect. There is some rust on the car. A lot of it's in decent condition. It's definitely priced fairly for the market, I feel. Seems that no matter what I price it for, everybody offers me less than half. So I probably won't respond if you're that guy. But the car has a lot of potential. There's not a lot of them on the market, it seems. And I feel that it's definitely worth what I'm asking. I put a lot of time and effort into this car with my children. Please don't expect it to need nothing when you come and get it. The two things I think that it would need in order to drive it regularly, or I guess three things, is you might want to install the turn signals or get those functioning. I haven't worked on that, but all the lights worked, or you could use hand signs. The rear air shocks here, if you get a new line for them, you can tie the line into this here and you can adjust the height of the rear suspension. And the other thing that I would do is I would actually come back here. I would remove this carburetor and go through it with cleaner and maybe compressed air and clean out any of the jets and everything like that, just to help get it nice, and it definitely idle better. It wouldn't be so finicky. It almost occasionally will idle as if it is timing is out, but I believe that it is just the carburetor not being thoroughly cleaned, since it did sit for a little bit. So hopefully this video is helpful. You're definitely welcome to make offers on the car, although if you're gonna just throw ridiculous offers at me, please just don't send me a message or offer. But yeah, so hopefully this video is helpful. I'm gonna go take it for a little drive and just to get it moving, and I have somebody come looking at it this morning. And then one other thing is I do have a clean title in hand for this car, and I'm ready to sign it over. So come purchase my car, and thank you for watching. So here's an updated video for the car. This is again a 1971 Karmann Ghia. Has a 1600cc engine. It does have a little bit of body damage here. The suspension is lowered. Well, the air shocks, if you place the air lines going to both the rear air shocks, it would then be able to raise up the rear end. The tires do not hit and the car does not bottom out. The two side quarters right in front of the rear tires are the two pieces that are damaged. The interior is pretty good. There is some rust. I'll show you just a little bit. This is surface rust here. It's not rotten. Driver's side door handle is disconnected inside there, but there are no interior door panels. We got a Rain-X car cover for it, although it does still go in the garage. Inside the door panels, you can see that it's not rusted or anything. It's dirty, but not rusted. The seats themselves are fairly rusted, like the mechanisms, but I think it'll clear up. But it's pretty clean inside here. Car does need some work, but as you can see, it's just idling fine right now. The carburetor needs to be gone through and cleaned, and the headliner is actually in excellent condition too. All the glass is nice and clean. They do have pieces that you can purchase for this right here. There's a cover that goes right over this. if you choose not to fix it and just want it to look better. I also have a new tail light because the reverse light in the back is broken, except this is so much prettier than the opposite side, so I did not install it. This is an OEM light for the Ghia. It's not some aftermarket brand. But yeah, so that is a pretty penny there. It's about $130. And I also have a manual with the car that is pretty great for the wiring diagram. Here's the frunk latch, I guess it's called. So this works fine from the inside. You can open up this. Windows go up and down nicely. Passenger side door functions properly. The car does shift into all speed, or all gears. Looks like the fuel tank has been replaced. This wiring is a mess, but the diagram will guide you through on repairing that. I have only ran non-ethanol fuel in this car since I've purchased it, just to help clean it up, because the carburetor needs to be cleaned thoroughly. And then I'll turn the lights on just to show you that the lights function. So the lights work. I don't know if the turn signals actually flash. I don't hear a flashing noise inside the car. This morning I replaced the fuel filter and added 5 gallons of fuel to the car, and it is actually running quite well. It's idling a little high, but it's at least staying running. Imagine I could kick it down. Let's see here. So once I kicked it down, it just stalled out. Probably could have feathered the gas to keep it running, but that is fine. Let's see if we can start it back up here. I only have one key for the car. So a bit of sputtering. Some of these gauges need to be rewired in. Sometimes the car runs great, sometimes it's hard to start, and like it just was, and then it doesn't stay idling. I am certain that if the carburetor is pulled off and cleaned, that it would clear up this issue. So there you have it. Hopefully this video is helpful. I'll show you here underneath the floor pans and stuff. We can't pull that up, I'd damage it. I'm gonna shut the car off so you can hear me. Show you here. So this mechanism down here is a little damaged. The seat does pull forward, and there's space here. There's some rust down here, but it's not rusted to where if you hit it with a hammer it'd come through or anything. So there is rust, but it's not just destroyed. so it still seems pretty strong. The seats are fairly old, so they don't have a lot of cushion. I mean, there's cushion here, but I don't know what you're supposed to expect with these. Got some nice seat belts. The e-brake does work. These are for some of the vents. I'm not actually sure how these work. And then you have your aftermarket shifter here. But here's underneath the dash. Then we have our pedals down here. They all function fine. The throttle cable could use adjustment once the carburetor is cleaned up to help keep it idling properly. It's pretty clean in here. You got a spare tire here. And then we'll peek down here. There's some rust right there in the front. Probably just from water or condensation over all the years. But everything besides that looks really good in here. Let's see. The tires do have, I believe one of the, I don't remember which tire it is. I think it is, yeah, it's one of the rear tires, has a slow leak. I add some air to it every couple weeks. All of the glass on the vehicle is in pretty great shape. There's no damage or cracks on most of it. There's one piece that is a little bit damaged, and it's this right here. Just to point it out if you want to come pick the car apart. Does not have a passenger side mirror. Show you the engine with it not running. It's clean. Just bought a interstate battery from Costco, and like I said, just replaced the fuel filter this morning. Does need a new air cleaner and a cover. That one's sort of mangled. Came with the car, and I haven't installed a new one. It's either in the garage, or I put a plate on here so water can't go into the carburetor, since that is open right there. Vehicle does have collector plates. And yeah, we'll open up this passenger side real quick too to show you that. This car does need some work, some TLC. Needs a good home. We're moving soon. But all in all, it has a lot of potential.